Boys and girls, today we're going to read the rest of Dad, Jackie, and Me by Myron Olberg. Every day when Dad came home from work, he started asking me questions, not about school, about baseball. He wanted to know everything I knew, especially about Jackie Robinson. What's Jackie's batting average? .247, I said. How's that figured? I explained. What's an RBI, he asked. Runs batted in. Fielding average, what does that mean? I told him. You teach me baseball, he signed. Okay, I said. One night, Dad came home with a baseball glove. Let's have a catch, he signed. We tossed the ball back and forth until Mom called us for supper. Dad missed the ball every time. The only way he could hold it was by tapping the ball against his chest with both hands. That had to hurt, but Dad just smiled. Jackie never drops the ball, he signed. He catches it with one hand, not like me. All that week we practiced. Dad dropped the ball most every time, even when I threw it underhand. Throw it regular, Dad said. So he's teaching his dad baseball. Dad and I kept going to the games whenever we could. Every time Jackie came to his position, Dad chanted right along with the crowd, Aggie, Aggie, Aggie. Jackie never looked over at us. He just stared down the line at the next hitter. One Sunday, the Dodgers were playing the St. Louis Cardinals. What a game. Our pitcher had a no-hitter going. And then it happened. On a simple grounder that he knew he couldn't beat, a Cardinal player crossed first base and spiked Jackie on purpose. 52,000 eyes popped. 26,000 jaws dropped. 26,000 tongues stilled. Then, in the awful silence, my father jumped to his feet. No, he screamed. Not fair! Aggie! 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 The Brooklyn crowd went nuts. They leapt to their feet and joined my father. Jackie! 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 The name bounced off the brick walls and climbed the iron girders and rattled around under the wooden roof. But Jackie stood at first base, his face a blank mask, blood streaming down his leg. It was almost as if he didn't hear the crowd. Now remember, we know that Jackie had promised Branch Rickey he wouldn't react, right? And what they mean by spiking him is, see, he's out. But see, he took his cleat and he's cutting his leg up, and there were metal spikes back then. He's cutting him on purpose, okay? He was just being ugly. All that month, Dad and I followed everything Jackie did. We read and reread every report of every game that was printed in the New York Daily News. Dad started a scrapbook. If there was any mention of Jackie Robinson, he cut out the article and pasted it into his scrapbook. The scrapbook got thicker. The Dodgers kept winning, and the opposing teams kept writing Jackie Robinson. But Jackie never reacted. He didn't even seem to notice, and he never complained. The Dodgers clinched the pennant that season when the Cards beat the Cubs. Dad and I went downtown the next day to see the big parade to honor Jackie. And back at the neighborhood, we had a block party to celebrate. So everybody's excited. It didn't matter whether the Dodgers won the last game of the season, since we were already over the top. But Dad and I didn't care. We went to Ebbets Field anyway. We went to see Jackie Robinson. In the third inning, Jackie smacked the ball to deep left field for a double. Then he flew home like the wind, his feet barely touching the base path. The Brooklyn crowd went crazy. Go, 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 Jackie! Go, 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 Aggie! My dad screamed right along with them. Finally, late in the day, as deep shadows stretched across the infield, Jackie caught a line drive hit down the first base. It was the very last out of the game. As the crowd cheered, Jackie stood alone at first base, staring at the ball in his glove. Then he turned and he threw it into the stands, right to my father. That's when my dad did something he had never done before. He reached up and caught the ball in his bare hand. I'm not sure, but I think I saw Jackie Robinson smile. My dad dropped the ball into my empty glove. So he'd never been able to catch it, but all that practice paid off. And just like that, the baseball season of 1947 was over. Thanks for listening.